Brad Garlinghouse says Ripple will welcome XRP ETFs. Fat chance, not going to happen anytime soon. They need to end their lawsuit first before anyone will consider this. The next ETF will obviously be ETH. We're going to get spot ETFs for Ethereum, and then maybe XRP. That'll probably come like way later, but of course they're going to welcome it. Of course Brad is going to welcome it, and Ripple's going to welcome it because they hold like 50% of supply. Why wouldn't they welcome it? And then lastly, this is kind of a little concerning. And I'm going to put two and two together. Circle, I mean, most of you guys are using USDT. I know that. But USDC, they had a black eye because they associate with like Silver Bank. Was it Silver Lake Bank or Silver Bank or whatever? And they went under, but they got their money back. But Circle is based in the US, or USDC is minted by Circle, who is in the US, and Coinbase supports them, and so does BlackRock. So USDC, I would say, is still more legitimate, more trustworthy, although most people have converted to USDT. But USDC is effectively pulling out of the Tron ecosystem. Okay. And it makes you wonder why all of a sudden they would do that. And now there's rumors swirling that maybe the US is preparing a sanction against Tron and Justin Sun. And I've always said this. I don't trust Justin Sun. I don't trust Tron or any of the projects associated with Tron. And the reason being because I've lived through 2017. I saw Tron go from nothing to somebody, and then I saw Justin Sun make one move after another that were all blunders and highly questionable. So that's why whenever I show you guys DeFi Llama, I show you TVL, I always say skip over Tron because this is not right. They're not number two. Whatever numbers are inflated and it's not right. But the concerning thing is, in terms of the other stablecoin, USDT, if you look at their treasury, there's more USDT launched or minted on Tron than even Ethereum. 51.8 billion versus 45 billion, right? There's no way in hell you can convince me that there's more activity on Tron versus Ethereum, and there's a need for more liquidity on Tron versus Ethereum. That's very concerning. That's very, very concerning. So hopefully this ends up being a nothing burger. But I've always said I don't trust Tron or Justin Sun. And I'd never meet anyone ever that say, oh yeah, I love Tron and I'm using Tron and I'm making like projects within Tron, I'm making big money with Tron. Like no one ever has ever said that to me. So whatever numbers that they have is highly questionable. Yesterday morning, we started out hot. Bitcoin pumped up to 53,000, then went down to as low as 50,700. Then by the nighttime when I streamed, it went right back to 52.5, and then now we're back to around 51. All right, so we're starting to see some volatility, okay? And remember, I've said, as we enter this parabolic bull run, we are going to see more volatility. But right now, we're seeing a very, 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 very little volatility versus prior times. Okay, past cycles, we have seen 20, 25, 30, 35% dips, only to recover shortly afterwards. Right now, we're seeing a little bit of that. Now, if you're wondering why we're getting volatility, because we're getting closer and closer to that parabolic stage. Okay, there is one exact point that Bitcoin needs to break before going parabolic. But until then, the bears will do what they can to keep us down, right? And there's a few things that's happening right now that are trying to keep Bitcoin down. Number one, the US market overall is looking a little bit weaker. And today, everyone is looking at NVIDIA's earnings. People want to know. It seems like no one cares about Apple and Microsoft anymore leading the way, or Meta, or anyone else. Everyone is just concentrating on NVIDIA. How are they going to do? It's going to be a judge of the economy. I don't think it's a really good judge of the economy, but there's a lot of eyes on NVIDIA, wondering if they're going to have a spectacular report once again or come in a little softer, and then that may send Wall Street hurling down, right? Because Wall Street has been a little bit overheated. So this could have something to do with what's going on with Bitcoin today. Or it could simply be because Bitcoin has come up so much that it just needs a breather. 4 straight weeks of ups and ups and ups and up, and we have gone up 40% basically, and maybe it's time for a red week. From a technical standpoint, that makes sense. Bitcoin can't go up forever. There will be points where it just needs to stop and consolidate. So maybe from a technical standpoint, that explains it. That maybe Bitcoin just needs to take a breather.